Okay. I'm really happy that we won. As I told our players after the game, it's a great feeling. We had some guys that really played big for us. J-Rod really had a terrific game and then hit 2 huge shots when we were kind of in a bind there in the second half, but he made some big plays coming in the first half. I thought he gave us great energy, and he is really developing into not only a terrific player, but someone who does. He has really been encouraging in practice. He talks to his teammates. He loves to play defense and just getting better and better. I thought he gave us a big boost. Obviously, we had 4 guys in double figures. There's some key stats, and I'm going to elaborate on one play that illustrates one of them. We had 22 assists in the game, and that's because you share the basketball. And none illustrations better than late in the game when I think Tayshaun got a block. LJ had a chance to shoot a layup. Stiggs had a chance to shoot a layup. House had a chance to shoot a layup. Tayshaun gives it up to LJ. LJ gives it up to J-Rod. And J-Rod gives it to House for a dunk, and all of them could have driven the ball down the court because they had a breakout. So I was pleased with the unselfishness of the game. Obviously, we shot the ball really well. Disappointed that we weren't as consistent defense as we needed to be. I think we were up 21. They cut the lead to 5. I was proud of the guys making big shots, but we've got to do a better job. Can't relax when you get a lead like that. You got to have that killer instinct. You got to be better defensively. And then took better care of the ball in the second half. I think we had 7 turnovers in the first half, had 2 in the second half, took better care. But the offensive rebounds in the second half, they out-rebounded us, and they got 16 offensive rebounds, got 15 points off of them. And so those are some areas. But I'm glad we won. I'm happy for the players. Played well offensively, and we need to play well offensively and defensively when we go on the road. And then also in the special areas like rebounding, taking care of the ball, not turning it over, sharing the ball.
Coach, did you make a conscious decision to sub quicker today again?
Pretty observant. We talked about playing hard and defending. And, I'm so proud of these guys because, everybody wants to shoot. And they have really done a good job of understanding shot selection, taking good shots. When you're balanced, when you're open, when you're comfortable, taking a good shot. And I told them in the first half, I said, Stiggs got a hot handle. Let's try to find him. Let's at least have a look. That's maturing as a team. So, but in answer to your question, if you didn't defend, you weren't rebounding, you're going to come out pretty quick. So, yes. Long answer, but yes. But based on those 2 things.
You guys had 40 points in the paint. Obviously, Tayshaun been on the fast break. It looked like y'all.
Well, we did a good job getting the ball inside. But, we have our deal is just not to get the ball to Tayshaun. Our ball is our goal is what we call inside out. Whether it's a paint touch on a pass or a penetrating pitch, we're a better basketball team when we get the ball to the heart of the defense. They collapse. Now we kick it out. Guys ready, inside out shot. If we get it to Tayshaun, obviously you got to score around the paint. But I thought, Tayshaun did a better job in the first half. First half, I didn't think he did a good job of reading the double team quick enough. He had his 3 turnovers in the first half, held on the ball a little bit too long. When that double team comes, you got to get that ball out and make the extra pass. And I thought we held on to it a little bit too long in the first half, and that's one of the reasons they got that little mini run right before the half, because we were up right before the half and they cut it to 11 points.
What do you think the difference is when this team plays on the road?
Well, I think it's a mental approach that we've got to have. Now we won at South Florida. I thought we had a good approach. We got to be tougher. If you want to, I want to give you my answer. We got to be tougher mentally and physically.
When you guys did get up by 21, a little bit, I guess the mark of a good team is to sustain. And is that
we relaxed during that timeout. You want to encourage, and I didn't have a good feeling during that timeout. It's a little bit too casual, a little bit too relaxed, not quite as intent. I probably should have, hammered them a little bit harder in that timeout right there. So I'll take responsibility for that. And my feeling was right because we went out and we played relaxed, because I think right after that's when they went on that run. They outscored us 16 at that point, really cut the lead. And the game should have never got down there. And it happened in a very short period of time, too. Pepper we're talking about an out-of-bounds play down there, and he come off, beat Tion. He wasn't quite locked into his hip. He got the 3. Then the next time he posted up and he got the basket. The next time he got a jumper. So, he hit 7 quick points right there. And then they hit another shot. And that's what happens when they're relaxed, they're down. And we missed some opportunities. We probably should have called some different sets to where we put them on defense longer and just executed better. Because one of the ways to sustain a run is to put them on defense for a period, and then it really executes your offense. I was pleased with how well we shot free throws. Just didn't get there enough today. Got there 10 times.
During that stretch that Pepper's got hot there, what are your thoughts? I believe Stiggers said, I got it.
We switched, yeah. He wanted him, and he and Coach Brooks usually will call out the defense, but we talked on the bench, and we'd already made a decision we were going to put him on, but he hollered it out, hey, let me have him, and that's another reason where he's really matured, because early in the game, he leaned over and said, hey, Coach, call a timeout. We're not ready to go. He wanted us to. So when we had our first timeout, I just said, you got something to say? You go ahead and say. So he had the first word in the huddle. And I just think that's part of him really. He's coming off the bench. He knows what his role is. He's just like a starter. He's really important to us. But he's understanding how do you become a very consistent, very good player. You do it on both ends. You hit shots, you hit free throws, you drive it, you pass the ball, you defend, you rebound. His 4 rebounds were not indicative of how hard he went to the glass. One time somebody bumped him, and they called walking on. He captured a rebound down there, and so I was pleased with it. But no, we probably waited too long to put him on Pepper.
Anybody else?
Coach, how important was this win to stamp that lead?
Big is big. I mean, but I go back. I think you should win the Cincinnati game at home. I think you should win the SMU game at home. I think you should win the Louisville game at home. That's just my mentality, and I want our players to have that mentality. It's another home game. But what happens when you've lost at home, then you lose on the road, and the way that we have lost on the road, then it magnifies this game without a doubt. And we had, 2 of our best crowds with SMU and Louisville, and we didn't do our part. And I know our guys want to do their part today because they appreciate our great students and our fans. And we've got some other home games that we need to get. But now we got to go with that tough road mentality. But it is a big, important game. It was big because we're still battling in there. Rutgers won on the road, and so we've got to still keep pecking away. And there's still some games out there that we got to go get.
So we want to let you enjoy this one, but you do have, I guess you knew what this conference was about, and now Cincinnati's up next. SMU's probably going to be ranked coming up.
Should be.
You got Memphis. It's just kind of a game by game.
Well, I mean, what we did need to do is we just need to look at the next game and be ready. We know what's out there, and but you look at opportunities, you take advantage of opportunities, and Cincinnati, I thought we played well. Have they gotten better? Absolutely. We're going to have to play better when we go up there than we did here. SMU's playing great. We won't worry about them for a while. Memphis had a huge win for themselves and for our league yesterday with the win over Gonzaga. I thought that was terrific. They made some and it all started on a defensive play with Joe Jackson making a block on the big 7-footer. So our guys are starting to understand, and but we know what's in front of us. We know how big the game was today, and we know what a challenge we'll have going into Cincinnati. But that's why you're in a league like this. I mean, we go from getting on TV, 2 or 3 times a year now to where we're on every game. So it's great exposure. It's a great league. This league's got a chance to get a lot of teams in the tournament. And so 5 weeks from the day, big day. So we've got to get better in the next 5 weeks. Got to win some games.
Good time for one more question if you have. Anybody? All right.
All right, thank you all.